The footage you're about to see was recorded with a hidden camera at Highline Hatchery in Iowa, the world's largest hatchery for egg-laying breed chicks. For 2 weeks, a Mercy for Animals investigator covertly documented the systemic cruelty chicks at this hatchery are subjected to. These workers, called sexers, roughly separate the male chicks from the females. These male chicks are worthless to the industry because they will not lay eggs and will not grow large or fast enough to be raised profitably for meat. These male chicks are killed.
Artlist.io.
We're in the manure pit of a battery hen shed where they dump the manure and the dying and dead hens. While we were filming the pile of dead hens, we noticed one hen moving and pulled her out of the pile of rotting hens, and she was still alive. She's just died.
Got a lot to say. This one's coming back. Have you seen it?
Yeah, he's good. You're good.
Fish and other sea animals are sensitive, intelligent creatures who have a demonstrated capacity to suffer pain. Massive trawling nets indiscriminately drag hundreds of tons of fish and other animals along the ocean floor. As they are dragged up from the ocean depths, the fish undergo excruciatingly painful decompression. The extreme changes in pressure can rupture their swim bladders and pop out their eyes. They are then tossed on board where the surviving fish either suffocate or are crushed to death. Others are still alive when they are hacked apart on these floating slaughterhouses. Untold millions of dolphins, turtles, and other non-target aquatic animals are also killed by ocean trawler nets each year. Today, approximately 1 in 5 fish consumed worldwide is raised in captivity. Like factory-farmed animals on land, farm-raised fish are crowded by the tens of thousands in small, disease- and excrement-ridden areas for their entire lives. When fish reach market weight, they are loaded onto tanker trucks and shipped to slaughter, where common killing methods include slow suffocation.
One and only Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I ate a lot of meat. They showed us commercials
Steak. That's what a man eats.
selling that idea that real men eat meat.
Serious man food.
But you got to understand, that's marketing. That's not based on reality.
I've been teaching fighting techniques to government agencies for more than 15 years. Then I got injured. Unable to teach for at least 6 months, I spent more than 1,000 hours studying science on recovery and nutrition, and stumbled across a study about the Roman gladiators.
The gladiators were predominantly vegetarian.
How could the original professional fighters be so powerful, eating only plants?
When I made the switch to a plant-based diet, I qualified for my 3rd Olympic team. I broke 2 American records. I was like, man, I should have done this a long while ago.
When I went plant-based, I wasn't sure if I was going to survive. And I actually became like a machine.
One of the biggest misconceptions in sports nutrition is that we have to have animal protein to perform at a high level. That's just not true.
Sometimes you have to do things that you know your competitors aren't doing.
Today's blood and yesterday's blood.
Yeah. I think this is going to wake a lot of people up.
I was recovering better, not getting as sore. This was our best season in the last 15 years, and we had 14 guys on plant-based diets.
We all want to feel great, have more energy.
Cholesterol was 276. Today, 169.
Whoa, now you're talking.
Most guys my age can keep up with the grandchildren. My grandchildren can't keep up with me.
It's not one set of dietary guidelines for improving your performance as an athlete, another one for reversing heart disease, reversing diabetes. It's the same for all of them.
Someone asked me, how could you get as strong as an ox without eating any meat? And my answer was, have you ever seen an ox eating meat?
a human overpopulation crisis. Near 7.7 billion people and growing rapidly. As you can see, in the 1700s, we were under 1 billion people. Fast forward a few hundred years, and we are near 8 billion. Over thousands of years it took to get to 1 billion. And now we are approaching 10 billion by 2050. And the results are deforestation, endangered species due to habitat loss and human activity, trash covering the seas, animals exploited in research factory farms by the billions, and now fish farms due to overfishing with massive trawler nets, and much more. We need to make birth control free for all. We can't endlessly grow. Endangered and extinct species due to human activity.
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. 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 Artlist.io. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io.
Hi, this beautiful bird, Lemon, was lucky. She was rescued from a factory farm. She has feelings just like the dogs you love, but they are abused from birth to death. I'm gonna show you the journey that billions of little chickens for meat and eggs, pigs, cows, and fish endure, and how you can be a superhero and save animals every day by simply leaving them alone.
Please like and subscribe at the end.
Got a lot to say.